I want to let you guys know this, and the fans. I am in for Colby Covington's fight. I am 100% in. And from day
100%.
one, I would never be in more. I'll fight him now. I'll fight him in the nursing home. I'll fight him at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
I'll fight him on my porch right now. Whatever it takes. But at the end of the day, I am not an idiot. Colby Covington's best attribute is his pressure, his conditioning, and how he can close the gap and be claustrophobic. I'm not going to let fans, I'm not going to let UFC, I'm not letting Colby. I deserve to have taken a full break from that camp. I stretched that camp out from November to May with the COVID stuff. I was the first fight card that was off. I had been training a pre-camp, then I went to Thailand, then I went to Atlanta, then I went back to Thailand. I thought I was fighting March 21st, April 18th, May 9th, May 13th, May 16th. The whole time it was games with Colby. I was in the whole time. So now I needed to reset. Let that camp go. I'm going to start a full camp. I'm not going to fight Colby. I'm not going to put myself in a position to fight somebody without a full camp. If I get 2 to 5 million, I'll fight him. Yeah, Masvidal fought on 6 days, and I know I love that narrative. Anytime, anywhere, last minute notice. He got paid a bag to fight the fight.
Hey man, he's got to take the fight with all the shit he's talked, or he's a coward. Let's call it the way it is.
Coward.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he tried to take the fight because he thought I was down. And I lost 2 times in a row, and it's short notice. So take the fight with a full camp, and we'll see what happens.
Figueiredo's a problem, man. He's a problem.
Yeah, he really is.
Accurate, powerful hands, world-class jiu-jitsu. I mean, Joe B wasn't in that fight at all. It's upsetting.
Right.
It's upsetting. He's such a nice guy.
The 3 times he got knocked down were all like identical too.
Yes.
You know, like it was pretty incredible the way like he got back up each time, and it just looked so similar.
No, it was awkward, Steve-O and Jimmy. It was when the fight ended, and Joe's on the they stood him down on the stool. So Figueiredo went over to give him some respect, and then just got on his knees and just sort of like kind of like getting emotional in front of him. And Joe's just sitting there like, come on, man. Can you do that somewhere else? Joe's like, really? I feel like I should be crying too. But no, for Joe, it's almost like, what do you want him to do? What do you want from me? What do you want? Really? What do you want from me?
Khabib is grieving, he's mourning his father, and he meant a lot to him. So everyone's father means a lot to him, what am I saying? So, I mean, yeah, of course he's got to take as much time as possible, because I can only imagine what he's going through. And, my condolences once more. Khabib, sorry, pardon me, Justin, I want to say Tony, I don't know what's going on. It's still early here. But Justin, pardon me, versus Conor would be a tremendous fight. And we know Conor wants to get back in there. So you never know, there is possibility of that. But I respect so much that Justin's like, no, I don't want the money. I want the undisputed title. It speaks volume about the man. Yeah, he can't wait around forever. Can't wait forever. And of course, we don't know, don't know how long Khabib's going to want to take out. It's an open-ended thing. So I guess right now is that, no, I'll wait. And I think Khabib said he'll fight before the end of the year.
Okay.
I think he said I'll fight before the end of the year. And the UFC have said, listen, however long it takes, then they understand. They're not going to start. Well, from what they said, it doesn't sound like they're going to start saying, listen, we're going to bring in, we're going to strip you or anything like that. I mean, come on, his dad and his main coach just died. He's grieving, and there has to be a natural run of events, and there's a certain time frame that needs to pass, to deal with that kind of thing. think you got to lean towards Roy Jones Jr. Let's be honest. I mean, Mike Tyson looks phenomenal on the pads right now, but it's easy to kind of look good on the pads. If Mike Tyson of old comes back again, I still don't know. Roy Jones was one of the greatest to ever do it. His movement was always fantastic, very, very defensive. Tyson obviously probably had the punching power. Two both tremendous boxers, and I think it is just going to be a friendly display. But still, for boxing fans, it's still going to be fun. I know you're not the biggest fan, but does this excite you at all, Lewis?
Of course. I mean, look, I watched Mike Tyson get knocked out by Buster Douglas on HBO. I remember as a kid, that was like such a big, crazy moment because it was like my first Mike Tyson fight watching live, and it wasn't pay-per-view. I remember it was on HBO because there's no way my mom would have bought a pay-per-view at that time. And I was like, holy, it was finally seeing Mike Tyson live, and then he get knocked out, and it was like nuts. And I sort of watched the decline of Mike Tyson, and after he went to jail, and sort of those freak show fights he was doing, and it was sort of interesting because Mike Tyson is such a big part of pop culture. It goes beyond boxing and professional boxing.
Mike Tyson's style doesn't lend itself to being a nice technical point scorer. It lends itself to knocking people unconscious, right? And all fighters, they have that ego, and certainly if he's coming back at his age at 53, it's a demonstration match. Well, if Roy Jones is doing his thing and he's dancing about and he's moving and grooving, ducking and diving, jiving and shaking, what else we got? He's loosey goosey,
schmicking and bicking.
Yeah, he's what's that one from Ricky Bobby? What is it?
I don't know.
Oh God, whatever. Moving and grooving. I don't know. Whatever. If he's doing all that, what's that?
Shake and bake.
Shake and bake. He's shaking and baking, baby. Thank you, Harrington. See, Harrington with the chiming in. Perfect.
Once in a while, he gets one. I'll give it to you.
Shake and bake, baby. Yeah, no, listen, if he starts doing that and Tyson can't get hold of him, of course he's just going to go, fuck this, man. I can't do a Mike Tyson to save my life. But yeah, he is probably going to do just that. You know, you were talking a lot there. So many things. I mean, because Mike Tyson really is that guy. Everything you just said. He's larger than life. He's everywhere. Talk about a guy that reinvented himself. I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, that's an inspiration to any fighter. What you can do afterwards. Of course, he had a big platform. He was the baddest man on the planet. Iron Mike Tyson. He's fucking iconic. You know, really is iconic. And that's why there's so much interest.
They just announced Tyson is fighting Roy Jones. Who's your horse in the fight? Who you think got this one?
I think that we seem to forget about who's the pioneer of making exhibition bouts huge.
I know, money.
So Joe, a lot of times we forget about certain things. Even back in the 90s when I was wearing, you know, crazy pieces that was crazy money back then, you know, and you was rocking, P. Diddy was rocking, Jay-Z was rocking, but in the sports world, Floyd Mayweather was rocking, and I still was a part of the hip hop community.
That's right, it's still all. So Mike Tyson or Roy Jones, who you think will win now in that exhibition fight?
I mean, I think that it's going to be very interesting. You know, I'm not here to say Tyson's going to win. I'm not here to say Roy's going to win.
Are you going to watch it?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be entertaining. I'm pretty sure I'm going to watch it. Absolutely. I don't know if I can go because I don't think it's going to be any audience at that particular time. But may the best man win.
Shogun Rua against Antonio Minotauro Rogerio Nogueira.
What year is it?
It was brand new.
No. What year is it?
1995, remember?